Hey, everybody. So I just got done with a client meeting, and we actually had a discussion about I want to buy a property, but I want to do it with some family members and friends. We'd like to do it together, but only one of them wants to purchase it. So uh, this client could use a potential VA loan because they're a former veteran. They could use the FHA program, which you see behind me here, which is a 3.5% down program. The VA program obviously is zero down. So you've got some obvious benefits from taking advantage of some of these. And I just want to share those with you because, uh, this person didn't know about them. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I noticed this is like the third conversation I've had this week with someone that really was just trying to help their family. They're trying to just get a place, but they want mom and dad with them, or they want a relative with them to be in the house with them, but then they need an ADU. So they're not quite sure how to go around it. So what I'm suggesting here is take a look at, talk to your lender and see if you can get into one of these programs. And it's possible that you could be able to take advantage of, again, either a 3.5% down program or VA, a 0% down program. So let me just go over some of the limitations of that. Uh, you do have to be an owner occupant of one of the units. So you can buy a duplex, you got to live in one of them, you can rent the other one out. You buy a triplex, you can live in one, rent the other two out. If you buy a fourplex, you can live in one, rent the other three out. So there's some nice things you can do there. Another thing is it is for again for veterans. There's also a conventional option, which is 5% down, and you can do the same thing. So you just have to be an owner occupant in one of them. So again, 5% down, and the benefit of going conventional is that you can avoid that PMI that the FHA loan would have. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see, well, what could I buy? I just want you to know that no matter what date you're watching this video, the link below will have a link to all the duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes as of today, the date you're watching this. So I update this list daily, and it will contain updates for today. We're just doing San Luis Obispo County, but you can go back and find my Monterey County ones that I do. And that link is updated every day with the freshest listings that are on the market for multi-units. So I hope you can enjoy that too. So, and this also, before I get started, be sure to like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this information, or I can bring you other information as well. So again, with that, all that being said, let's go ahead and get started. And let's see, let's do this one here. Alrighty. So this one here is what I'm going to do is start from the lowest price, and then we'll go all the way up to the highest prices here in San Luis Obispo County. So this is a duplex in Oceano. Hard pressed to find a condo anywhere on the Central Coast for 400 grand. And here you can get two units for 399, 500. Each unit is essentially what that would come to. And that's for 799. So this one's been 63 days on the market. So something to take a look at here. And you can also take a look at when I send you these, or when you click that link, you'll see this information as well. How much are the rents that they are getting? May or may not mean that it's the current rents, but just to kind of give you some background on that, you will at least have that information there. So Oceano is that nice little community located in the 5 cities. So let's see. Next one up is So again, just going through these to show you really the opportunities that are available on the Central Coast. So we have another one. It's a duplex or 799. This is in Los Osos, another good value. So two separate duplexes near downtown Los Osos for sale. So there you go on those of rents that are earning. Let's see next. This is really driving because everybody's on the internet today. probably won't edit this out because I don't do edits. I just put this out there live for y'all. So forgive me. And you can fast forward if you're watching and recording this. 2120 Oceano, 2 units again. This one's 8.25, so 825 on this one. 2 bedroom, 2 bath units. Uh, total living is a 4-2, so 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and 2 bedroom, 1 bath. The nice thing about this one is they had garages, so that's kind of nice too. I think the previous one did also. All right, next up, same unit, 825. Going to skip that. This is 785 A and B Pepper in Slow, actually. You get 2 units in San Luis Obispo. And actually, this is near the Mill Street area, so that's actually a good spot. So kind of near downtown. Actually, that's a really good value uh, for a couple of units there. So, a little older time vibe, but you've got 2 units there at 895, and so one is a studio, and then one's a 2 bedroom. And of course, Slow is a college town there, San Luis Obispo, Cal Poly. And then you got 309 and 311 15th Street in Paso for 955. This is how the breakdown is here. They kind of classified that different. The front unit's a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,200 square feet. The rear unit is a 2 bedroom, 1 bath. So not bad for 9.25. 172 North 13th Street. This is 975, 2 units and 1660 square feet. This is in Grover Beach. Now we're back up to Grover Beach. Again, just going from lowest to highest prices, but 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and a 4 bedroom, 3 bath. What? Yeah, unit A is 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, updated kitchen. We got to take a look at this. Alrighty. So we don't have any inside pictures, but probably because there's tenants in there. But that'd be an interesting one to see. 4 bedroom, 3 bath, and a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. So this is perfect if you're looking for something in Grover where you can have maybe guests or in-laws available. Or again, like we talked about, you could, let's say you're just starting out, you don't need the 4 bedroom, but guess what? You could live in that 1 bedroom and rent the front unit out for at least 3,600 a month. You go to rentometer.com, and find out what the current rents would be on that property also. That's rentometer.com. In fact, let's just go there real quick. So rentometer, well, that's pulling up. Let's copy this address. And let's get that 4 bedroom, 3 bath your rents. Internet is just killing me here. Trying to shut down a few things. Okay, so it's a 4 bedroom. So you just go to rentometer.com and you could do a free version. I have a professional version, subscribed version, so you can get more detailed comparables. In other words, how they came up with that. So here's kind of an average. So they're averaging about 4,000 a month, and for sake of time, on the high end, about 4,100 a month for that 4 bedroom house in Grover Beach. So with this, looking at this one, we're not seeing pictures of the inside. It's probably an okay unit. So you could even just say conservatively go on the low side, 3,740. Let's say it's a little roughed up, but it sounds nice. 3,740, and their rents are about just under. So they're at 3,600, not bad. But it gives you an idea of what you could cover with that payment, and you'd be a landlord basically. All right, next one, Atascadero, 5401 Capistrano. This is an awesome value. This is 4 units at 995,000. Tons of pictures on this one. Uh, let's see, we have one 2 bedroom on the ground floor. So 2 bedroom bath, 2 bedroom, 1 bath on the ground floor, and then 2 1 bedroom units on the second floor, and then a standalone 1 bedroom home in the backyard. So let's take a quick run through this one. This is kind of cool. And again, you can click below for the link to the latest homes that are on the market, latest properties that are on the market, and give you an idea what's out there. All right, this looks pretty clean. Looks pretty good. Ooh, basement. All righty. Let's see, is that the little 1 bedroom in the back they're talking about? 2 addresses. That's for the upstairs. Wow, seems like a pretty good value. Look at that. Oh, there it is. There's the one in the back. And that was a standalone one bedroom in the back. It already comes with an ADU. Oh my goodness. 4 units. Okay, so let's take this one as an example. So if you um, were to take this one, live in one, let's say, let's just say you're going to take the one bedroom in the back for yourself. Let's say you're just starting out. You just need the one bedroom. I'm good. I'm going to rent out the two bedroom on the ground floor and the two one bedrooms. Uh, so there's a two bedroom and two one bedrooms. So let's get the address. 401. We're going to do an analysis on this one. Let's see kind of where we're at here. There's probably an easier way to do this, but we're going to go back and do this the slow way. So again, you can fast forward if you get bored with this. So let's check out what the two bedroom, one bath would be in Atascadero. So that should rent between 1,900 and 2,200 a month. Did they tell us what they're getting for them? No, they didn't. Okay, so we don't have the rents on it. Maybe the family's using it. Who knows? So anyway, you could get for the two bedroom, let's just say 2,000. Let's just keep it simple, about 2,000 a month for the two bedroom. And then there's a two, and so that's the ground floor. So you get 2,000 for the ground floor. And then let's see what the one bedroom would be. Let's go back, make that a one bedroom. We got two of these upstairs. So you got 2,000, and let's just be conservative, 1,500. So you have two of those upstairs. So you get 3,000 upstairs plus 2,000. You get $5,000 a month on this one. And you live in the one bedroom in the back and have 5,000 going towards your payment. Oh my goodness, but it's $1,000,000. Okay, let's figure out what the calculation is on this. Let's just assume you're going to give them full price. Okay. And let's just do the 3.5% down. Your interest rate on an FHA right now is probably around 5.8, maybe even less if you do a rate buy down, but that's a whole nother video. And we'll take out that. We'll put in PMI. I don't know. Let's just put 4,000 a year for that. I don't know. I don't know what the number is. I'm not a lender. But let's just say 4,000, just to pick a number. So out the door, your payment for this property, this includes the mortgage payment, which would be $5,600, property taxes at about 1,000, home insurance about 125, maybe a little higher, but say it, just go with it. 333 for the PMI. Again, this is just a guess. So more or less, you'd be at about $7,000 a month for this unit. 7,000 a month. That is not bad because we just calculated you would get 3,000 and 2,000. You'd be getting 5,000 already towards it, and you would be able to live in a little one bedroom in the back. So there you go. It's a little bit of a sacrifice, and that's going in with 3.5% down of $1,000,000. That's like $35,000, $40,000 that you'd be putting down on a place, and this would be yours. Not to mention, talk to your CPA because there's a whole 100% depreciation thing that could help you eliminate and or minimize your federal taxes. So anyway, getting excited about this one. And I can't believe it's been 45 days on the market. So one to check out. So let's keep going. 8740 El Camino Real, number A, $1,050,000 for 3 units in Atascadero. And no rental rates on this one. Nope. So 3 residential units, you got a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, and a 1-bedroom, 1 bath. And unit C is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. So 3, 2, and a 1. So there you go. 1,080,000. So roughly about the same as the other one. Okay, now we're back over to Morro Bay. Let's go run over to the coast. 2 units. This is amazing, I think. So 1,125,000. I think I've seen these before. They all start to look the same after a while. But this is 260 Pacific in Morro Bay. So 2 units there. A 2-1 and a 1-1, it looks like. Yep, 2-1 and 1-1. That's in Morro for 1,125,000. And also in Morro, 2675 Juniper Avenue, 1,125,000. 2 units also. This one looks nice. Oop, I went the wrong way. Ooh, this has 60 pictures. That's a lot. if they ever come up. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. All right, so we got one, 2 units there. Interesting setup. Or maybe that was the neighbor's unit. There's a dividing, hard to tell. It says 2 units, 2675. Wow. You guys, this is with views. Wow. Okay. You know, green carpet, maybe not my style, but hey, with views like that, or 1,125,000 on the coast of California. Come on. This is great. Okay, keep going. 3492 10 ready, coming soon. So not on the market yet, but that gives you an idea. This one's going to be in Paso, 1,250,000. We'll skip through these. That's the same thing. Same thing. 2145 Park in Paso. This is a fourplex for 1,495,000. A fourplex. Ooh, that's nice. Like this. Look at this. Okay, and they're all one bedrooms. Okay, so we get 4 1 bedrooms, and they're currently renting for looks like about 18, 1900 a month, and not bad. Let's take a quick gander. This is cute. Someone did something right here. Very good presentation, a little craftsman style here. Nicely done. Beautiful. 1495 for that. So you're basically getting each one for 373,000. Go ahead and look on Zillow, look on MLSlistings.com or SerialMLS.com and see if you can find compare it to a 1 bedroom, 1 bath condo and see if you'd get one for 373. Maybe you could. Would it look this cute? Not sure. But how would you like to own all 4 of them? That's what you get with that one. Okay. So this is going back over to Slow, also in the Mission Hills district. So this is going to be 1,525,000 for 3 units, so 500,000 a unit. This is in the old Slow Railroad area, of course. 2 bedroom and a 1 bedroom and a 2 bedroom. So 2 2 bedrooms and 1 bedroom there. Again, these are, I mean, again, talk to your investor CPA. If you've got a CPA, if your CPA has no clue what the 100% depreciation, accelerated depreciation means, I would suggest getting a second opinion. Let's just say that. Get a second opinion from another CPA. 485 Morrow Avenue, or talk to a tax attorney. Ooh, that's another one. Talk to a tax attorney. So last one, 45 Morrow Avenue. This says 1 unit for 2.5 million. What? What's going on here? Oh, I think this was on my last. Yeah, this has been 98 days on the market. This was on my last update. Couldn't quite figure out what's going on here. It's like a main house with 2 bedroom, 2 baths, and then secondary unit. But it just calls it a secondary unit, so I'm not sure what else is there. Kind of hard to tell from the description, but get the idea, as this is probably one of the ones that they want you to come look at it. Uh, so 2.5 million, but look at this location. This is kind of a classic spot just above the marina there. Great job on the photos. A little bit of AI on them. That's okay. Good presentation. Look at that. Look at that location. That's awesome. This is a great place. This must be the main house. Nothing's labeled, so I can't tell what's the main house and what's the guest house, maybe. This looks different. Oh, maybe that's why it's still on the market. A little bit of under construction. Oh, here we go. Here's a good layout. Ah, I see. So they have like a separate bedroom bath out here, little tower. Might be a little Hearst Castle-ish, kind of meandering. Kitchen. So you got a garage, carport, bedroom, bath, dining, living room. And another unit here looks like bedroom, bath, living room, kitchen. So you got 1 unit by the garage. I think they might share a laundry. And then you've got a third living space here. This one's actually would be good if you're doing multifamily and you're all trying to get in on something. And let's say you want to be by the coast. So this would be This would be a really great, looks like a really cute place. I mean, look how iconic that is. That's an iconic spot. Everybody knows this home here there in Morrow. So anyway, there you go. That's what's available out there. Again, just remember that I'm sharing this because I just had a conversation with someone who didn't know about this program, didn't know they could get up to a fourplex with their VA loan or even an FHA loan because the other family member is not a veteran and maybe he wants to keep the veteran status VA option for himself later. He could get the other family member to purchase it under conventional purposes and come in with FHA or conventional. So FHA would be 3.5% down. Conventional would be 5% down. So depending on your investor status, you could do either options. You got about three good options. The only catch is with those low down payment programs, you have to be an owner occupant in one of them. If your name's on the loan, you have to be living in one of the units that you purchase. So hopefully that all helps, and I hope it was good information. If it was, be sure to like and subscribe. Put your comments down below. If I said anything wrong, please correct me. If you've got any other suggestions, put them in the comments. We'd love to hear them. Thanks again. You guys take care. Have a great day.